Ow! So delicious. So,
One minute. Okay, I'm finished.
okay. Hello. Made it to the 7 o'clock appointment. Today in our Hatha class we'll be trying to take it a little bit easy. Some people would say Hatha is pretty easy compared to other yoga forms, but well, I once again want to emphasize the main goal of Hatha Yoga is to come to that quiet mind in the end, at the end of your asana practice, to really give in to the systematic relaxation and the little bit of meditation at the end, guided by me. So not hard at all. It's harder for the mind maybe than for the body. You can always make a Hatha practice more intense with strengthening exercises or you know, increasing the difficulty of the poses. But most of all, it's about quieting the mind and working to this state where yeah, you find a bit more peace after your practice. And so for today, since it's later in the day, it really fits to do exercises that are helping you wind down of a busy day. So I thought that was a nice way to go at 7 o'clock. So after this practice, you will probably be ready to, you know, make your way into the evening very relaxed, and your night's sleep probably be better because of it, because of this a little practice beforehand. So let's start in Shavasana for our centering So come to your mat and see if you can give in to the sounds around you. Let the sounds be part of it. So first take a moment to settle in on your mat, wherever you are, inside, outside. Maybe wiggle the ankles, pull up the shoulders, let them go. And see if you can return to your natural breath, just observing it as it goes in and out through the nose. See if you can relax your face already, your cheeks, your jaw. And see if you can have the breath be an anchor for your mind throughout the practice, throughout your asanas. And maybe see now if once you've calmed down a little and arrived on your mat, see if you can sense for the movement of your breath in your body, the physical aspects of it. So notice the rise and fall of your navel. Maybe notice the little expansion there on the sides of your lower back. And if you notice that your breath might be moving still quite a little bit to the chest, see if you can relax the chest and concentrate on filling the lungs, noticing how when you inhale, your abdomen gets pushed down and out. And on your exhale, how everything retracts and comes back to the middle. And then go ahead and bring your feet together, your arms overhead, and just stretch it out. Stretch your right side out. Stretch the left. Maybe both sides, pointing, flexing the feet. Good. And then bring your arms beside your body, bring the soles of your feet to the mat and take a block. We're going to first engage a little bit here around the pelvis. So the only thing we're going to do on an exhale is engage, engaging the thighs, pressing into the thighs, pressing with your thighs into the block, engaging a little bit around the buttocks and pressing that lower back into the mat. And just those 3 points, and inhale, release. So exhale, squeeze the block, engage around the buttocks, push that lower back into the floor. And just take that 5 more times, following your breath, engaging on the exhale, releasing on the inhale. And maybe the last one. Good. Just making sure you notice that pushing that lower back into the floor, a little that engagement starting to happen around the pelvis. Take your hands beside your body again and let's push up, come into a bridge. So press through the arms, press through the feet. Take that engagement again like we just did with the block. And so we're engaging the thighs, squeezing the buttocks, and then just lifting the hips up vertebrae for vertebrae, pushing them up and holding them there for just a moment. Find your breath up here. Notice your belly expand on the inhale there. You can look at your belly and really become mindful of the breath. And now let's move with the breath. So let's take a nice exhale and inhale down. And let's move, exhale up and inhale down. Take a few more like these, following the breath, squeezing those buttocks when you're up. But see if you can let the breath lead you. So not so much the movement leading the breath, but the other way around. Your breath dictates where the movement goes. Good, and when you now exhale and come up, hold it again. And let's move the arms with the breath. So holding up there, inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale down, holding those buttocks up there. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring the arms down. Let's go for 3 more, following the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And exhale, arms come down and slowly release back to the mat. Good. Now you must have felt that in your buttocks, so take your knees into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side a little bit. Good, and then take your right knee in, extend the left leg. And bring that knee just a little more into the chest and let it veer out with the breath. So exhaling in, inhaling, let it go out. Just a few times like this. Good, and now hold the knee into the chest, raise your foot up to the ceiling, and with your right hand grab the outside of your foot if you can, and see if you can come in this half happy baby here. And if this stretches too much with the long leg and the leg up here, that knee can just come up just like that. And you stay here and notice, try to see if you can bring that right shoulder down to the floor. Foot is nice and active, feeling a stretch here on your right hamstring. Good, and then bring that foot back to the mat and both knees in. And then grab hold of your left, extend the right leg. Good, and let that knee come in and out with the breath a little. Inhaling open, exhaling back. Good, and then hold it here, and then bring that foot up again, come into your half baby, left hand to left foot, and let that knee move out a little here on the side of your torso if you can. And that right knee can come up by putting the sole of your feet to the mat. If this is too much extended, too much of a stretch, bring it back. Good, and then let's bring that foot down too, and the other knee back in. And let's come to a whole happy baby. So open up the feet to the ceiling and let those knees work its way down, shoulders working the way down, and see if you can relax here. Trying to keep the sacrum working towards the floor, so if that means your feet are too far away, grab here at the calves or grab at the backs of your knees. Good. You can wiggle a little from side to side, get a little massage of your lower back in. And then let's bring those feet together while we are reclined on our backs, and bring the soles of your feet together for reclined butterfly. Hold at the ankles and let the knees move out to the side. Nice stretch for the inner thighs. There's always room for a little wiggle, you know. If it feels crampy anywhere, see if you can bring a little movement to it. or just come out of it. No shame in that either. So bring your knees back to the middle and let's roll to our sides and push ourselves up to all fours. And let's get a little move in here. In first the cat cow, just a few. Exhaling, rounding, inhaling, arching. Notice how your back feels after a long day of work. Maybe sitting and doing not much, or running around the whole day. Both are a strain on your back. So let the spine round and arch. Good. And then let's come back to the neutral spine and let's continue with a cat pose reach. So what we're going to do is really notice the abdomen, engage your abdomen there, send your right leg out and push through the right hand and lift your left hand in the front. And then we're also going to lift that right leg in the back and we're going to bring it all together on an exhale. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, reach out. Oops, I'm running into a plant here. Inhale, extend, and exhale, round and bring it together. Also a nice wake up for the abs. Good, and then let's bring it to the other side. So really push through the hands here. Find that lift at the lower belly and work your belly button a little bit towards the spine just to keep a little engagement around that lower torso there. And then bring your left leg out to the back. Reach your right hand out in front. Really push through that left hand. Lift the left leg in the back. And here we go again. Exhaling, rounding. And inhaling, reach out. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. See if you can make the movement continuous and that you don't put any stops in your breath. And if that means that on your inhale you only come to here, that's where it is. And exhale, bring it back together. Inhale starts, start elongating the body. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Last one. And exhale. Good. And then come back to all fours. Let's see. Let's push a little back to with the toes curled under. Push back into this almost like a child's pose, but with the toes under. Just stretching the feet out a little bit. Let's take our hands to the right and stretch our left side body. Sorry. Come back to the middle and walk to the left and stretch out your right side. Good. Come back to the middle. And then what were we doing then? Yes, let's, like this, from all fours, toes curled under, push back into down dog. So walk it out here in down dog. Let's come to the tippy toes, push through the hands, send the hips back, and then just see if you can work those heels down to the floor. Take a nice breath here in your first down dog. Let that belly protrude. Relax the abdomen here. Good. And then walk your hands up into a forward fold. And let's come up. So let your head hang for a moment here. And your torso resting on your thighs. Good. Let your head hang, let it be heavy. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, let's come halfway up. And exhale all the way up. There we are. Ready to continue. We are going to take a few sun salutations. I'm going to keep it a bit on the quiet side, but we'll have a lizard pose. These are all poses that are, making you turn a little more inward. Helping you wind down is the idea. So come to the top of your mat. Inhale, our arms come up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your right foot back and your left foot into down dog. Good. And then bring your right foot forward and your left knee on the floor. And here I made a mistake already because we needed to bring our blocks in here. Good. We're going to take our block. So go grab your block, come back to your low lunge with your right foot in front, left knee in the back on the floor. And we're going to bring our right foot a little bit out. And we're going to see if we can come to our block on our forearms for lizard. If that is too low, you can always see if you can, turn that block over and find your position here. So right away, quite a stretch, but we did warm up the legs. So think here in lizard of bringing that right knee towards your right shoulder. So don't let that leg move out to the side. Really bring it back in. See if you can relax your shoulders here. And if you want, you can always stretch out that left leg in the back. Breathe. Notice where you feel the sensations of the stretch. Good. And then bring that left knee back down. Put the block, keep it there in front, but bring that right foot, 1 foot width back in and step back into down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale down to the floor. Just a little cobra here. And exhale back to down dog. Step your right foot up and your left. And then when we're here in our forward fold, see if we can come back up in chair. So in our chair, think of abdomen engaged. Good. Helping out that lower back. Bring your hands to namaste or at the heart. And let's twist to the right. So left elbow goes to the right side of our right knee. And see if we can find a nice twist here. Helps to move the weight a little bit in the back of the heels. If you want, you can lift the toes for a little extra engagement in the quads. Good, and then come back into chair and inhale all the way out. Exhale, arms down. And then we're going to take that all on the left. So inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up and exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your left foot back. And yes, take that left knee right away. No, sorry, into your down dog. I always mess that up in lizard. Good. So now step your left foot forward for your lizard. Take your block, put it there on the inside of your foot. Let your right knee come down. Choose the right height of your block. Maybe it's the highest, totally fine. And take that width of the foot out a little. Take the foot out 1 foot width to the left. See if you can lengthen here through the neck. A little tucking of the chin always helps, lengthening in the neck. And maybe you find after your highest mode, you can go on a lower level. And if that feels good, maybe you want to try and extend that right leg in the back. But it's also totally fine to stay here, noticing your hips sinking a little more towards the floor. Good. And wherever you are, coming out, bring the palms of your hands to the mat, put your block aside, bring that foot one back a little bit more back to the middle and step back into your down dog. Good. Inhale forward into plank, exhale down to the floor. Inhale, little cobra, and exhale back to down dog. Step your left foot up and your right and stay down here in our little nicely bend knees forward fold, and let's come up one time more into chair. So come up into chair with your arms up high, engage that abdomen, help out your lower back, and then bring your hands to the heart, and then bring your right elbow And twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Good. Toes down or toes up, just play around what feels good, what gives you more stability. Good, and then let's inhale, come back, hands at the heart, all the way up. Inhale and exhale, arms down and shake it out. Good. Let's continue with our second and last sun salutation. You can take your block and put it indeed in the front of you there, front left of the top of your mat. And here we go. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your right foot back. And right away, oh, I got a mosquito here. God, verdorie. Okay, open that right foot up and push through that front foot and come up into warrior two. We're not going to stay here. We're going to straighten that left leg. Make sure that block is in at your foot, sorry. So we're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to bring our hips back and we're going to come into triangle. So wherever you like your block, on the outside or inside of the foot, whatever height you need. And let's come here into triangle. So push through the feet, a little engagement around the buttocks. Either looking at your hand or in front, or who knows, all the way up, if it feels good. Find your breath. Oh, I get bitten here. Okay. Good, and then to come out, bend that front knee and push out to the front. And let's cartwheel to our front leg, put that block on the side and step back into down dog. Good. Inhale to the front, exhale down to the floor. Inhale, little cobra, and exhale back to down dog. Step your right foot up and your left. And just a normal inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, let's take it on the left. So take your block a little closer by. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Good, step your left foot back. Turn that left foot out. So your right heel is lined up with the middle of your back foot. Good, now push through that front leg. Make sure that block is close to your front foot. Push up into your warrior two stance for just a moment, and then straighten that front leg, send the hips backward, and then reach with your right hand forward like a big windmill almost, and then see where you find your block, whatever height, and see if you can find the length and the openness here all on the front body. And maybe tonight you say, I'm gonna take it easy, so I'm gonna keep my neck nicely and my gaze nicely down to the floor. There you can find a nice length in the neck too. Still the same openness on the front. Pushing through those feet. And be mindful of the breath, so notice what your breath is doing. If it gets shaky or anything, see if you can relax in the pose. Maybe that arm up here is too much tonight. Then bring it back at your sacrum. Good. And to come out, bend that front knee and then push up, back up into your upright position. And let's cartwheel back to the floor. So frame your front foot. Make sure that block is not in the way. Step your right foot back. Inhale to plank. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale, little cobra. And exhale back to down dog. Good. Step your left foot up and your right foot. And one nice inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. There we are. Let's open to the, doesn't matter where you are. I'm going to just change angle, but we're going to do eagle pose just to come back to our balance. And we have quite a few things to do yet. So come wherever you are on your mat. Or maybe for eagle pose, you like it, it's a balancing pose, you like to be on the floor, on your tiles or on the wood or whatever. Sometimes that feels better than a yoga mat, especially the thicker ones. So hips, feet are hip width apart, and we're gonna take our let's start here. Our left leg is firming up, really feel that left foot on the floor, a little engagement around the buttocks, and then take that right leg up and see if you can actually, bend that left knee. We're gonna bend into it. So it's easier to come into eagle for the legs when you bend that left leg. So bend that left leg, come to your tippy toes on the right, and then push that put that right leg over the left. And maybe you keep your toes there, or you can wrap around. Just have to see where you are at. So here we have the legs in eagle. Find your balance first. So go back to the breath. Your breath will help you find balance. A little engagement around the buttocks also always helps. Good. And then if you're ready, let's take the right arm under and the left on top in eagle arms. But you can also, if that's too much, then you just stay here with your hands at your waist. Good. One more breath. Unravel the arms, unravel the legs, and shake it out, because that left leg is working hard there. So just bringing it back to the middle. Let's move our weight onto the right leg and just take it right away on the other side. So bend, take a nice bend in that right knee, take that left foot up and let it stand on the tippy toes. And then when you're ready, when you feel like, yeah, okay, I'm feeling my foot, I'm feeling a little engagement around my buttocks, then take that left foot and take it over to the other side, and either wrapped or not wrapped with the toe, just helping for the balance. They're perfectly fine. We're still bringing everything back to the middle. You can find maybe even a little attention, of extra attention here for the pelvic floor. So if you can, see if you can lift the pelvic floor. And then with our arms, our right arm comes under, left goes over, other way around, left goes under, ooh, right goes on top. Good. Find your balance and come back to your breath for 2 more breaths. Good, and then unravel the arms, unravel the legs, shake it out. Very nice, okay. Shake it out. Maybe give a little massage is always good. Just tapping on the legs if you need it at any moment, really. A little massage for the big muscles there. And let's come down, however you see fit, however you want to come down to the mat for our active inversion. So we're going to get a little hot. A little more hot if it is, well, I forget. Here it's very hot, but that doesn't mean wherever you are practicing it's hot. So it's warm. It was like 30 degrees today, and it's going to go up actually, I think, tomorrow and the days after. It's going to be a little crazy. So anyway, come down to the mat, and I'll take it like this. So let's go to all fours first, and then wherever your hands are is where you put your elbows. And then let's measure how wide our elbows have to be. So see if you can grab your elbows just like this. That's perfect. And then bring them back out again. And then take the knees together and maybe walk them out a little bit. Just 5 centimeters or so, 2-3 inches. And right on the crack here from the porch. Anyway, so we're going to just move forward and back as a preparation for dolphin, and for a little abdominal activation. Just moving forward and pressing through the hands back, coming forward, bringing those shoulders towards the hands almost. Coming into a half plank if you like, forearm plank. And just move with the breath. Inhale to the back. Exhale when you go forward. Good. All right. Well, the next time, so come forward. And the next time you come back, bring the knees in a little bit. And then curl the toes under. And then really make sure we're pushing through the arms. So we're really trying to push out of each other the shoulder blades. So you're rounding in that top back, pressing through those forearms, and then we're going to send the hips up. And when the hips are up and we think we can walk our feet a little forward, let's do that. See how it feels. Keep those hips up. It's almost like a down dog on your forearms. Dolphin. And for those who want a little more challenge anyway, even so late on the day, you can always take your dolphin. They call this swimming dolphin, just moving the shoulders back and forward. Back and forward. But make sure your breath, come back to the breath and notice. Is it shaky? Is it still continuous? Then hold back on the swimming and just see if you can settle into the pose, pushing through the forearms, sorry. Good, and then bring the knees down, open them wider and uncurl the feet and then come into child's pose. Find your breath here. And that's relatively easy because your belly can just move out on the inhale. It's got all the room there to expand. Good. And then slowly come forward again on your forearms for Sphinx. So here in Sphinx we're going to still be pushing through the forearms, and our buttocks a little bit engaged, lower abdomen lifting a little away from the floor. So you notice your pubic bone is pressing into the mat. You might feel both hip bones, or maybe not, but they are equal, and lengthen through the toes. So see if you can really lengthen there through the legs and all the way into the toes. Good. The chin can be a little up. Gaze in front. Notice that breath. Notice how your belly makes more contact with the mat on your breath and on your inhale and exhale. Good. And then bend your right leg, and maybe you feel a stretch in your quad here, and that's enough for you. Then you just stay there. Otherwise, you can reach back with your right hand and see if you can bring that foot towards your buttocks. Keep pushing though on the left. And you can curve that arm over your foot here for a quad stretch. Good, and carefully let that go, and let's take it on the other side. But first let's push ourselves up a little more again, and then bend the left leg. Maybe that's enough, or reach back and see if you can bring your arm over the top of your foot. See that we're not lifting our hip here, but let's keep those hips on the same level. Good, and then slowly release that one, and then bring your forearms folded over each other and rest your forehead on your forearms. Let go of any engagement there around the buttocks. a soft rocking from side to side. It's a nice way of coming out of this back bend, Sphinx back bend. Good. And then bring your feet up and let them move from side to side. Maybe you'll notice a little massage there on the quads even when you're rolling from side to side. And your neck from side to side. Good. And then let the legs go back. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up to a seated position. So come up and let's come seated for some seated stretches. I have 5 more minutes. Yes, that'll work just fine. Good. So continuing, I'm keeping an eye on a mama bird or a papa bird feeding the tiny ones up here in the lamp of the fan. It's a cute sight because you can see little heads popping out. Anyway, I don't want to disturb them too much, so I haven't been on the porch a lot these last days, but I wanted to get this practice in. So here we are. Half Lord of the Fish we're going to do, so extend the legs in front. Bring your right knee in. Hug it with your left arm, so your right knee is up, your left arm hugs around. See with the right hand if you can lift yourself up a little more, find those sit bones, or find just a little more length there in the lower back. If you do need anything for support and making it easier on your lower back, just take a little pillow or a blanket so that your back is nicely trying as much to straighten as it can. Good. So right leg in, left arm comes around, and right is behind you. Taking a nice twist here. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, twisting from the waist, rib cage, shoulders, and maybe the face, the head. Even though that right hand is supporting us in the back, see if that right shoulder you can relax that right shoulder. Notice your breath moving into the thigh. By means of your belly expanding, I mean. Good, and then slowly come back to the front. Lengthen the leg. Yes, take the left knee in, wrap around with the right. Left hand comes back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And maybe you can even notice the breath expanding in your lower back and in the sides of your back here. Good, and come out of that twist. Lengthen the legs, and then let's come into a little V, a wide-legged, spread-legged seat. Again, here, if you do need something under the buttocks to lift up your hips, go ahead and do that. We're gonna not stay very long in here because for some people this can be pretty tiring. So see if we can really lift up out of our lower back. Keep the legs straight if you can. Toes are shining up, kneecaps are active. And we're going to take our torso and turn it to our right leg. Take our left hand on the inside and just move a little forward, just a little bit. And what we want to do is keep our back straight. So the movement is probably pretty small. This is our third one. See if you can exhale, forward, inhale, coming back. Trying to keep the lower back straight and your sternum leading forward. Again, being mindful of the breath. Good. And then let's move to the other side. So through the middle, right hand comes on the inside of your left. Left comes anywhere behind your hips. And then see if you can really move from the hip. So not from the waist, but from the hip forward. And let that hand lead with the sternum forward. Oops. And come back. And just feel the stretch develop as you go forward. Now maybe 2 more. Good. And then we're going to come to our forward fold in Janu Shirshasana. Head to knee pose. Good. So let's bring your right leg in and then turn your torso towards that long leg. So it's more of a parallel position with the top of your torso and your leg, and your right leg is bent and your right foot is pushing into that left thigh. Good. And then we go again, inhale, we go up with the arms, exhale, we hinge from the hips forward, and then if our back can't be straight anymore, let the arms go and fold forward over your leg. But see if you can keep that direction here of the sternum that leads. The sternum comes forward. And then you can, even though the sternum is leading, you can still tuck your neck a little bit in this forward fold. And maybe with every exhale, you notice a little more folding happening there from the hips and your lower back. Good. And then slowly come out, and let's take it on the other side. Let's move through our wide-legged seat to the other side. Bring that left foot in, turn your torso towards that right leg. Lifting the arms on an inhale, exhaling, hinging from the hips, trying to keep that lower back straight. And then take the arms down, lead with the sternum, and then tuck the chin just a little to find that length in the neck. Good, and then come back out and bring that knee in, extend it to the front, maybe wiggle them out a little bit. And then take your block and let's get ready for our supported bridge with inverted action. So take your block, come onto your back, lift the hips, place your block, pressing through the arms, curling the shoulders a little under. And then when you're ready, take your knees up and your feet up. maybe wiggle from side to side, and then extend the feet up. And when you're here, if you can, close your eyes. Relax your forehead and your temples, cheeks, your jaw, tongue in your mouth, and see if you can start sensing for the breath at the tip of your nose. And maybe you can notice the difference in the quality of the air coming in on the inhale. On the inhale, you can feel that breath, that air, sorry, a little dry. But on the way back, it's a very different sensation. It's gotten moist and warmed up. See if you can sense for that. And then bend your knees, bring your feet down. Lift your hips away from the block. And, probably you have to uncurl your shoulders and just notice for a moment how you feel. And then get ready for Shavasana. So almost there. Stick with me. Only 10 more minutes. Perfect. 10 more minutes. But this is a very beneficial and beneficial part of the practice of letting your body take in all the benefits from the asanas we did. And letting your brain rest on your breath. It can initially be a real exercise, but towards the end of your practice, it might have gone much better, more easy. So come to this stillness in the pose. Keeping the mind connected to the breath. Notice your head resting, supported by the mat or a pillow or the floor. Relax your shoulders and notice them being supported. Relaxing your arms, wrists, hands, softening the fingers. See if you can sense for your fingertips. anything happening there at the fingertips. Relaxing back up through the wrists and elbows, back up to the shoulders, softening your collarbones, releasing any tension at the chest. Soften your abdomen. Relax all your muscles around the hips. Your thighs. Knees, shins, ankles, tops of your feet, all the way to your toes and the tips of your toes. Softening the bottoms of your feet, your heels, your calves resting, backs of the knees, hamstrings, relax. See if you can let go of any lingering tension around the buttocks, your glutes. Softening your lower back, middle of your back, the top of your back. Softening the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, front of the throat, the front of your neck. Noticing the back of your head being supported. Relaxing all the muscles around your head, the muscles of your face, all the way to the crown of your head. And then start to wiggle the toes, the fingers, and then bring the soles of the feet down to the mat, bend your knees, and roll to your side, and carefully push up, slowly, to an upright position. Come into a comfortable seat for you. If easy seat or any of the other meditation seats isn't for you, you can always sit on a chair. Just make sure your hips are higher than your knees, so make sure the knees are just slightly slanting off towards the front. And then, without too much more movement, let your hands rest on your knees. A little engagement in the abdomen. We do want this long, lower back. We don't want to bend there at the lower back. We really want to sit up straight. Good, but let the elbows relax, the hands relax. And see when you close your eyes, if you can come back to that feeling that you had in Shavasana. See if you can find the same feeling of softness and resting. Come back to the breath at the nose. And then from the nose, shift your awareness to your eyebrow center. While noticing your breath. Shift your attention to your throat. Shift your attention to your heart space. Right behind the sternum, in front of your spine. Notice your breath. Move your attention to your navel. Move your attention to the middle of your pelvis, behind your pubic bone and in front of your spine. Move your attention to the base of your spine. About where our tailbone is. Move your attention up to the middle of your pelvis. To your navel. Your heart. Your throat. Your eyebrow center. And to the crown of your head. And then take your hands together at your sternum and then slowly fold forward to seal in the benefits of your practice and come up. Namaste. Oh, a little over time, a few minutes. Anyway, I did babble a little bit too. So hope this did you well. Hope this set you up for a great rest of your evening. And let me know how it went, how you felt afterward, or the morning after if you did it in the evening. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.